Hey, folks, welcome back. I want to talk to you about something that I'm not sure that it actually came through last time I had and it spoke about um, dating as an introvert in the early 90s or just dating as someone that was coming into their childhood. My situation was unique because it wasn't unique from you, but it was unique from a lot of other people. I'm sure it wasn't unique from you, but my story is definitely not the same. Early on, understood connections early on. I get it. I grew up with a bunch of fellas, about 10 guys, from the age of maybe 7 to now. Most of us are still here. Well, a couple of us aren't here. God rest their soul. But I grew up. Um, in close knit quarters. I lived in Philadelphia, and in Philadelphia, you had these houses that were right next to each other. Like I don't know in what part of the country you come from, but we grew up in row homes in Philadelphia. Majority of our life was row homes, so you had no choice but to connect to people. So dating was interesting because even as um, I think I started dating around fairly young. I started dating in maybe sixth, seventh grade. And by seventh grade, I was in like this quasi serious relationship in the seventh grade. It was maddening. But the issue was, I'm sorry, not the issue, but the thing was, I understood early about connections. I never chased after women per se, even early on, didn't chase women. Um, so if I can remember as far back as I can remember, again, I went to situations where the connection was there. If someone approached me and I invested in that, I put my energy in someone that approached me. I never put energy in trying to run after um, somebody that wasn't somebody that didn't approach women. I didn't approach women. I'm gonna tell you, my entire life almost, and anybody around me could vouch for it. That was not. I didn't have what they call game, right? I didn't have it. I didn't have. I really had no interest for it, right? So early on, um, I didn't have what you call game. It just wasn't my thing. All my friends ran around looking for the prettiest girl and pursuing her and trying to. And again, I'm speaking junior high school. I'm speaking that age. Um, so you went after the best looking girl. That's what you did. That's what we did in the inner city. Like that was our sport. Like our sport wasn't um, basketball. For our sport was literally trying to get the best looking girlfriend, right? And so, as you see, I didn't do well in that sport, but I did well because I didn't. Um, I just didn't approach women, girls. And so, back in the day when they had the little thing, they passed the notes and will you be my girlfriend and will you be my boyfriend? The little notes they used to pass in school in class. And, the little guys used to just pick on the girls only because they liked them. They didn't pick on them, and then when the girls decide that they don't like them, then they really get angry and um, now they don't like them anymore because the girl didn't like them, how it is, but they picked with them the entire time. And I just observed this stuff. I'm just watching and laughing like, um, and back then that was their way of getting shot down by by a girl early. And I'm sure a lot of them guys, that stuff stuck with them growing up. But yeah, but that is a problem that I didn't have as an introvert, not knowing what an introvert was. I just knew I was not going to expel no energy chasing after no girl. Now, mind you, I cheated a little bit because I had a little, you know, I was blessed with a little dark hair and um, you know, complexion that was a little different from other people, but I was short for certain. I was 120 pounds and 5 foot something. So um, I wasn't tall, dark, and handsome, but I did I. And yeah, and so I believe what would happen was some of the most beautiful girls would approach me and try to try to the ones that were bold and was unchallenged by the other little guys, they would approach and I would have honestly, I would really have the option. I would really have options. I'm not bragging. I'm just telling you that um, it had its merits just to be quiet and just relax while everybody is going crazy in their head and trying to impress and trying to do all these things. I just sat down in the class. I was with the in crowd. I was I was adjacent to the in crowd, Um, but I always stood out because they would look at me and be like, "What's up with this choir? What's up with this guy? Why are you not chasing after me? Um, why are you not impressed by me? Why are you not trying to talk to me like all of these other guys are?" And so that holds merit sometimes. Um, and as a female, I don't know how that worked for you, but I'm just speaking on a male perspective. And so, as a female, maybe you can tell me how that goes. But from my perspective, and again, this is my perspective, being living in the inner city and our main pastime was trying to get girls' phone numbers to talk to them later on the phone. I mean, that was a big deal. But again, once you um, and that's all kiddie stuff. That's all fun. That's all junior high. Um, it's all love. It's a great time. You're meeting outside. You're meeting at the lunchrooms. You're meeting at the locker room. Oh, that's cool, man. That is a cool situation when you connect with somebody like that. Um, yeah. So those connections as a youngster, it wasn't bad at all. It really was um, easy for me. Um, yeah, it was quite easy. In every grade I seem to have went to, or every situation, every class I was put in, it's the same thing. So I love the benefits of being an introvert, even though I didn't know what that was. To them, that was just, oh, he quiet. But that quietness had some power in it, and it always has. And I took that as an adult. I took that with me, and that's still a part of me to this day. Understanding my introverted powers. So to that day, that and anything that I talked to you about, it still resonates today. Like that quiet power. Um, you know what I'm talking about. It resonates to this day. You just have to know how to activate it and um, and learn how to make sure people value from it. People value from my quiet. You know, sometimes people want to be around me just because I'm quiet. Sometimes they don't want advice or want to be. They don't want no conversation. Sometimes when somebody going through something, even as a kid, I'm gonna go back to being a kid. Something uh, could have happened that made someone sad or um, angry or whatever. Sometimes you just don't want people to talk to you, but you do want somebody around you. And that role was played by me a lot of times in school. I was popular. And it's funny. It's so funny to be popular, but don't try. Growing up back then, like I said, maybe um, I don't know, in the 80s, I think. Yeah, growing up then, I don't know how I became popular. I don't know. Um, and I didn't care because I didn't try. But I realized the power of it when I got a little older. I understood, all right, I got it. I'm going to use it to my best advantage. Some people are popular for other things. I was never a sports guy. So some people are popular for other things. Some of my friends are popular for being in the seventh grade a great basketball player, or um, a great football player, or great. And I could do all of them things. I could get caught. I could get picked on the team, but I wasn't your first choice. But I could pretty much do anything well, right? Um, but yeah, that I grew up with 10 guys, on our block, and as I said, we grew up on a block that has um, we're next to each other. We jumping over porches to get to each other's houses. Like we're literally um, feet from each other's doors. That's how we grew up. So you can't help but not. I couldn't have helped but not connect with them guys. Um, and there were three brothers there, two brothers here, two brothers here. You know you grew up that way. Um, and as far as girls was concerned, if he had a girlfriend, then she would probably more than likely it's three of them, so she would probably bring another another girlfriend, and so we would hang out. More than likely, the connection never worked. More than likely, when somebody brought a friend for us to hang out with, the connection more than likely didn't work unless somebody forced the connection, like maybe the girl forced the connection, or but I couldn't. I wasn't. I couldn't force a connection. That wasn't. Uh, that wasn't a thing that I knew how to do. And to this day, I cannot force a connection. I will not. Um, but again, I also learned that thing early on where I just learned to um, not worry about nothing, man. I'm 54 years old. I got a little bit of gray. Where it's at, I got a little bit. I got a little something, but folks, I don't really, I don't worry about things I can't control. But when I do control something, I control the hell out of it. But I don't worry about things I don't control, man. I learned that early on as well. Part of stoicism, part of the power of quiet. I learned that from a lot of different things. I learned that internally, not about what other people see and what other people feel, but internally, I understood that I'm not going to let this um, anything mess around up in here with this piece. And once I understood, once I understood the power of spirituality, the power of God, and once I realized what my relationship with God, then it was nonstop for me. At that point, I have no fear but God. So it's nonstop for me. It's still that way to this day. I'm not done. Most people would get their gold watch for their 30-year job and they'll be done and they'll relax and chill and 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 put their feet up. But I'm not done. I just have, which is why you see me on this online, this YouTube, this thing. I just got stuff to say. I believe beings. I just got stuff to say, and I hope that I'm able to bring some kind of value to somebody outside of myself. I just couldn't figure out what my purpose was. I think this is tied to it, and so this hasn't changed my life. I probably put on. I think today is what January. I've put up maybe 100 videos. Who's counting? I wasn't even counting until today. I realized today's the 100th video. Um, but this is for purpose to try to do my part to help people without me actually. Yeah, so it's like the ultimate tool for an introvert. Once I figured out how to talk to this computer, and once I figured out the people that I'm talking to are my tribe, they have something in common with me. Like I explained to you before, we are able to connect and talk about things that we like to talk about, things that we know about. And one thing I know about is myself. One thing I know about is my introversion. Can nobody tell me about it? I know mine's is different, and that's why I'm trying to make sure someone else gets something out of it. Yeah, this is my 100th video. It hasn't changed my life at all. Nothing is monetized yet. Nothing is. My head is not even on that. I honestly just want to connect with people because I didn't see anybody on here that looked like me. I just didn't see it. I didn't see the background of me on here. And I know that what I've been through, I can help somebody. I could advise somebody. They could advise me, and I could learn from them. A lot of things we've talked about so far, um, a lot of things we've talked about so far are things that um, have have altered my life, whether it be good or bad. So I just pray that those things are something that you gain from it. But yeah, if I, ultimately to close this out, what I'm saying about dating as a youngster is that it wasn't a bad deal for me. For me, it worked like a charm. For me, it has taught me how to navigate going into adulthood. There's a lot more to that story. Maybe I'll get to it another time on an actual post. But today, I just wanted to talk to you and touch base because I believe a video I put up before had no audio or something happened to it. And although this one may be a little bit all over the place as I end, I just want you to know that I was trying to address being a teenager, going into adulthood, and dating. Not even high school yet, junior high. Yeah, I guess high school, junior high, whatever. But I hope this helps someone with their child. I hope this helps someone with their adulthood now. Disclaimer: I am not married. So I am not someone to give anybody any kind of marriage advice. But I'm happy. I'm comfortable where I am in life. If my connection is coming, it'll come. But um, I am okay with or without that. This whole moody thing again, nah, it's not a mood. It's where I'm at, chilling. Later, y'all.